So believe it or not, there is actually this very big problem when it comes to Cardano. And it has nothing to do with Cardano itself. It doesn't have to do with tech, doesn't have to do with adoption or use or anything like that. What it actually has to do with is misunderstanding. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that don't actually understand the way that the Cardano blockchain operates. And that's a big disconnect that does need to be fixed and could probably be fixed pretty easily. But unfortunately, there are those out there that are either lacking in understanding when it comes to how the chain works, or they're just purposely spreading misinformation. I'm Luckside. Welcome to the channel. If you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell. Again, it's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. Now, this is actually in response to a post I saw yesterday talking about this new upgrade when it comes to Solana. 40,000 transactions per second it can now do with this mainnet beta launch of Frankendancer, a new validator client. Now, this post was done by Marty Party, and what he was talking about was while Solana's taking these big steps forward in transactions per second, Cardano was stuck doing 1.3 transactions per second right now. He said we updated on our site. Realistically, the network can have several hundreds of transactions per second thanks to the UTXO model. He said realistically is not current. It's 2024. This is the definition of a scam. He said facts over feelings, not personal. It's business. Move ADA to Solana ASAP. Check this post in 6 months. And I made a response to this. I said, imagine it being 2024 and not realizing UTXO has transactions inside of transactions. And this is where the big disconnect lies. Now, this guy actually said this to his over 100,000 followers. And unfortunately, it's one of two things. He either knows how the Cardano blockchain works and is purposely spreading misinformation, or he frankly doesn't have an understanding of how everything works. And the thing is I would caution more, or I would lean more towards the latter, because there are so many chains that operate on a TPS model in this industry that's just straight transactions per second. Each transaction is a transaction. People can't wrap their head around a model that has transactions inside of transactions that is highly scalable. And this is the reason why we talk about Cardano being one of the best prepared for bigger adoption for the future, because it can operate the way that it does. We don't have scalability concerns because these blocks can actually, or these transactions can inflate with more transactions inside of them. It's complex, but it's not. All right. The problem is most people don't think about this. And some people went on to talk crap. He said, ask yourself, other than ADA holders, who is talking about, or more importantly, partnering with ADA? Oh, I don't know. Enterprises, governments, the things we talk about consistently here on the channel. It's not like, you know, Cardano isn't getting use. It really is. All right. We have a thriving community. Retail is booming. And not only that, but we're really seeing groundwork, important groundwork laid from these larger entities that I've said for a very long time are going to be kind of the big launch point when it comes to Cardano. Now, I do want to talk about these blocks, right? Because again, this is where kind of this big disconnect lies. For example, this is a block from this morning. All right. 6:30 a.m. This is a time where there's not much going on in terms of crypto in general. And you guys can see this says 14 transactions in this block. Okay. That's not the real number. For example, take a look here. This is probably 100, and if I do my math right here, probably almost 140 transactions in this single block, but yet it's only counted at 0.35 TPS. Hopefully this gives people a better understanding of what's actually going on. There are transactions inside of transactions. Look at each one of these blocks here. This is a single transaction filled with, gosh, what, like 30, 20 transactions in here. This is where people they don't understand what is actually happening on the Cardano blockchain. It's more about just educating people and getting them familiar with how things work. All right. So obviously there will be those out there who are just haters in general. All right. For example, I'll say, I do have some stuff on the Solana blockchain. I don't hold any Solana. I'm not a big Solana fan. And frankly, it doesn't matter if you can do 40,000 transactions per second, if your chain is down, or if you have congestion, or if most of the transactions are done by bots anyways, all of which I have seen in the not so distant past here. So my point is don't fall for misinformation. There's a lot of it out there. It's the reason why I started this channel in the first place, to keep people updated on what's actually going on in the space. There will come a point where people either have a better understanding of Cardano, where you see these transactions booming on Cardano in general anyways, because the use is going to increase. the adoption is going to increase. We're seeing some of this take place already, but as retail gets booming during this market cycle, when we get in these bigger times of DeFi adoption, when Cardano gets a massive stable coin to help facilitate further liquidity and things like that, these things will increase dramatically. So appreciate you guys as always. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below. Do you think that this is a big issue we're dealing with right now? And is it something that's going to be rectified? Have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.